The Flash crossed the finish line of its freshman season with an incredible finale. We're catching up with the cast to see what adventures await Central City in Season 2.
So how would you say Barry has evolved since the pilot to the end of Season 1?
Barry's grown up a lot. It's hard to even sometimes really grasp the changes because it's like how you change as a person throughout a year. I feel like I also grew and changed with Barry throughout this year. He was, I guess, a little more happy-go-lucky at the beginning, and I think we will get back to that, and he's gaining confidence as we're moving forward. But right now, in the finale, he's pretty run down.
So there's been a lot of time traveling going on in The Flash so far.
Yes.
Is it inevitable that Barry and Iris are going to get married?
Oh my God, how did you get from time travel to marriage?
Because you saw in the paper.
I didn't see
He did. He did.
And Wells told Eddie about the paper. Iris did not see a paper. And she also knows that Wells is a crazy lunatic who killed Barry's mother, so she's very reticent to believe anything that Wells says is true.
Yeah.
But as far as her relationship with Barry, I mean...
You had a really crazy arc, though, this season.
Yeah.
Your character dies in an alternate universe.
But then he forgets about it because it didn't really happen.
What was it like for you, though, reading that script? And did you know and that you were going to get to come back? Or you're like, guys, come on now.
I actually did know ahead of time. Andrew told us two episodes before we shot that episode that I was going to die. And my first reaction was, awesome. That's great, And he told me, don't worry. Barry's gonna go back in time and change the timeline and save you, and everything's gonna be fine. And I was like, oh, okay, good.
How much of an effect has it had on you playing the character also now with Eobard being revealed and then going through the stuff with Robbie on the show as well?
Oh, it's been so fun. I mean, we always knew the secret behind Tom's character. Yeah, from the get-go, we knew that he was bad. I mean, he signed on to be a bad guy. It was great to see it come to fruition and see all the twists and turns that they took with it. And then, of course, I love Robbie, and it was just a dream to have him on the show.
You've got a new character, kind of, on The Flash. Will we ever get to go to Eobard's time?
Here's my take. When we start running out of mythology and ideas somewhere around season 17, yes. How's that?
So they've told you you're going
yes.
to season 17.
I can only assume it's the most successful show on television.
How does the fact that now you can time travel affect Joe making decisions and coming to Barry with things in the future of the show?
Well, I mean, he realizes how much he can't really affect anything when it comes to that. If Barry makes that decision and he goes back in time and changes everything, it may mean that we don't even have a relationship when all is said and done. So, I mean, it's a hard thing to grapple with because, he grew up as my boy, and the idea of us not really knowing him in a new life would really suck.
How much do you think that will affect his decision-making in the future, knowing the future?
Well, that's the thing. Knowing the future, you never know, I guess.
I mean, he's pretty sure he's going to marry Iris.
Yeah, but if he goes back and, does make this decision to go back and save his mom, he ultimately doesn't know that might not be the future anymore. So it's a hard decision to make, but he's trying to kind of put that out of his mind and have his family be the thing that he's focusing on right now, and understanding that if he does make this decision, no one's going to know the difference. If he changes the past, they will have never moved in together. They will have never had the relationship they had, and that's hard on him, but maybe it means that they'll still be able to know each other and be together if they didn't have this brother-sister relationship.
And you talk about the fact that you guys knew from day one about Harrison's character. Do you know any more about your character? Are we gonna get to see some Killer Frost down the line?
Yes, you will see Killer Frost very soon, actually.
Really? How excited do you get to bring that character to the screen for fans?
Beyond. I think every time I talk to the producers, I'm like, so guys, how's it going? When am I going to suit up?
Is there a possibility we will be seeing some vibe in the future?
I can say that some questions regarding the vibe mythology will be answered. That's all I'm going to say.
I have to say one of my favorite scenes of this season was Joe with Broad.
Oh my God.
What was that like shooting that for you?
It was so much fun because, it was a combination of special effects and an actual person in a big, giant thing. And it was a blast. I mean, I felt like I was like a kid. Like, I haven't been in this genre before. So the idea of doing all this fantasy stuff is phenomenal to me. And the way they put it together and how seamless it looks when it's finally on television, phenomenal.
This season you also got to get a little more action.
Yeah,
and everyman fighting with Barry. What was that like, learning the choreography?
Fun. They came in, our stunt guys were like, this is your choreography. I'm like, yes. I spent 2 hours just training and doing it. We had no time to learn it. And it was so much fun. So much so that I asked them afterwards, I was like, can I and learn how to like fight? He's like, yeah.
You really are the arch nemesis. I feel like whenever you get that,
Can I say
you
I like
may
the
not
term
be around.
arch? Wait,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
How
Let me
long
tell
is
you
your
something.
contract for?
Let me tell you something. You can't have a light without a dark to put it in. And so if Barry's light, whose is dark? Focus. He's like, I got a rack. Yeah, I think you nailed it. So that's my answer to that.